And right now, we'll be jumping straight and we'll be taking our headlines across Africa.
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 Well, for headlines today, we're moving all the way to Nigeria, not that far from Ghana, Kenya, and then we come back to Ghana. So let's start with Nigeria, where we'll be reading from the Punch newspaper. And the headline says FG bans assemblies, overcrowding, others as schools resume on Monday. Now, the federal government on Thursday banned overcrowding and large gatherings, such as assemblies and visiting days, as schools reopen on Monday. It also put limitations to class sizes and hostel occupancy and asked the schools to ensure compulsory wearing of face masks by all students, teachers, and workers, as well as ensure temperature checks and put hand washing facilities in strategic locations in all schools. The government also asked the school authorities to ensure constant supply of water and sanitizers and make available functional health clinics with facilities for isolation and transportation of suspected cases to medical facilities. The Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, gave the conditions in a statement by the Director of Press in the Federal Ministry of Education, Ben Bem Gong. According to him, the decision to maintain the resumption date is the aftermath of extensive consultation with relevant stakeholders, including state governors, commissioners of education, proprietors and heads of institutions, staff unions, and students. Well, Adamu told parents and the respective institutions to ensure full compliance with the COVID-19 protocols. The statement read in part, sequel to the hints given during the press briefing on January 12, 2021, for the review of the proposed resumption date of January 18, 2021, the Federal Ministry of Education has undertaken a comprehensive appraisal of the situation. After extensive consultations with relevant stakeholders, including state governors, commissioners of education, proprietors and heads of institutions, staff unions and students, the consensus of opinion is that the resumption date of January 18th should remain, while parents and respective institutions must ensure full compliance with the COVID-19 protocols. Well, I think that is good coming from Nigeria. I mean, once the children are going back to school, we have to put everything we can in place to ensure that they don't put themselves at the risk of contracting the COVID-19. And on that note, we're moving to Kenya, where we're reading from the Nation newspaper. And the headline says, Anne Mwenda gets swift nod for Nairobi deputy governor position. Well, Nairobi ward representatives on Friday approved Anne Mwenda for the position of deputy governor. In what was a swift confirmation process, the county assembly accepted a report from the vetting committee approving her nomination for the position. Ms. Mwenda was vetted Friday morning in a session that lasted slightly more than an hour. The process began after Clerk Edward Gichana confirmed there is no court order stopping the vetting. Earlier Friday, the High Court threw out the cases challenging the nomination of Ms. Mwenda as deputy governor, paving way for the vetting process. Now, during the vetting, promised to fight City Hall cartels as well as work closely with the Nairobi Metropolitan Services (NMS) should she be approved to the position. At the same time, she clarified that her relationship with the former boss, ousted Governor Mike Sonko, will not interfere with her work, saying they had a purely professional relationship. Speaking during her vetting by the Nairobi County Assembly Select Committee on Appointments Friday morning, Ms. Mwenda said her first assignment after assuming office will be to push for the formation of a liaison committee between City Hall and NMS for a seamless service delivery. Now, Ms. Mwenda, who currently works as the Nairobi Disaster Management and Coordination Chief Officer, said the country government has been reeling under poor leadership and governance, which negatively impacted service delivery until the administration of Major General Mohammed Badi came to the rescue. Well, that is the story we have from the Nation newspaper coming from Kenya. So, congratulations to Miss Mwenda for getting a swift nod for the position of deputy governor in Nairobi. And finally, we're coming back home to Ghana. And we'll be reading from the Graphic newspaper, where the headline says the price of eggs go up following rising cost of feed. I'm among the people who are not actually happy to be reading this headline. Well, the price of eggs in the Bono region, considered to be one of the hubs for the production of the commodity, has risen by about 50% within the last 2 months, causing concerns among poultry industry players. The price of a crate of egg, which was between 13 Ghana cedi and 18 Ghana cedi in November last year, depending on the size of the eggs, is now between 20 Ghana cedi and 25 Ghana cedi. Wholesalers in the region have expressed concern about the situation, especially the decision by customers in Accra and Tamale not to allow them to deliver their weekly consignments due to the high price of the product, which includes transportation, handling, and other associated costs. Apart from the wholesalers, boiled and fried egg vendors on the streets, markets, and lorry stations are also complaining about low patronage. Madam Grace Osei Tutu, a wholesaler at the Sunyani market, told the Daily Graphic that many of us are not able to sell to our customers in other regions as they used to be. She explained that the price was increased due to the high cost of maize, soya beans, and other ingredients used in the production of poultry feed. Another dealer at the Chira station in Sunyani, Miss Felicia Biya, suggested to the government to subsidize the price of maize and soya beans. Egg is not only a delicacy, it's also a source of protein for the poor, children, the youth, and the aged, she said, adding that the escalating price of the commodity was gradually making it a preserve for the rich. I mean, not really the best. We actually hope that government will step in, because the rising cost of egg actually started about some months ago. Prior to the Christmas festivities was when we had people complaining about it, and right now it's really gone high. So we hope the government can step in and sit down with the necessary stakeholders and see what can be done about it. Well, that is all we have for you for headlines across Africa.